Storage account. Azure Storage Accounts is something where you can store anything, whether it is your file, maybe your images, videos, PDF files, whatever you want, you can just store here. And there is a lot of security. Whoever the access, they can only, you know, only the authorized user basically only can access it. There is very huge availability and durability and scalability for these storage accounts. I'll show you that how we can create these storage accounts in this video itself. So, but before proceeding, there is some format of storage accounts, right? So if you want to create, there should be the unique namespace, right? There should be very unique name of that storage account, then only it is going to create. Now, storage account types and redundancy options. So it provides basically 3 to 4 types. The first one is the general purpose, where most of the scenarios is recommended for this. Services like blob storage, queue storage, table storage, Azure files, and redundancy here is LRS, which is local redundancy storage, GRS is geo redundancy storage, RA-GRS, which is zone 1, and again GRS, which is geo zone RS, right? So similarly, these are the redundancy under standard general purpose v2. Next one is the premium block blobs, where services like blob storage is there only, and redundancy LRS and GRS is there, and the usage is high transaction rates, low latency. Premium file share. For this, again, LRS and GRS is available, and it is generally used for the enterprise or high performance skill applications. At the last, premium page blobs, which having the page blobs only, and redundancy is only LRS, and usage is page blob only. Now, there is some format, storage account endpoints, right? There should be unique namespace. Each storage account has a unique name and endpoint. Now the renaming rules is that it should be something 3 to 24 characters and lowercase letters and numbers only, and must be unique within Azure. Okay. Endpoint format is something for blob storage is like HTTPS storage account and .blob.co.windows.net. So this is what the format of blob storage, and similarly for data lake, Azure files, queue storage, and table storage. Now let me show you that how actually you can create. Okay, so we need to create here storage account. So you have to go here, okay, and you will see there is option of storage accounts, right? If you want, you can go for the free training here. I'm going to start it directly. Okay, now it is asking me to create a storage account, right? And up to 500 TB of data I can store on the cloud for that particular storage account, right? Now here, the resource group I will choose as production. Storage account name here, the name you can choose. The name must be unique across all existing storage account names within Azure, right? So let me choose Cybranium name if it is available. It is checking. Yes, it is available. Okay. Now it is asking me the reason. I'm going with Central India. Primary service is I can choose the generation 2 or maybe Azure files and the others. There are 2 to 3 things we have. So I'm going to choose the first one, Azure Blob Storage. Okay. And I want just the standard one, which is recommended for most scenarios, which we have just read in the PPT, right? Now the redundancy storage, it is asking, so by default it is geo redundancy storage. Okay, but here I'm just going for the local redundant storage. If you want, you can go with this GRS. If you want something, you know, data recovery, disaster recovery basically, so you can go with this GRS and GRS. I'm going with this locally redundant storage, right? Next, if you will go with the premium, you will get a lot of things as well here, right? So page blobs and all these things, block blob, right? Which we have just learned about these things. But for now, I'm just going with the standard one. Next, the configuration here, the minimum TLS version it is asking, okay? So you can choose the version. My recommendation is go with this version 1.2 for TLS version, okay? And permitted scope for copy operations, you can choose whatever you want as per your organization, okay? Require secure transfer for REST API, allow enabling anonymous access on individual containers. I don't want to allow basically. Enable storage account key access, enable hierarchical names, blob and data, okay? Enable SFTP. If you want something related to security, you can go with the SFTP, okay? You will have to create that. Once you will choose enable hierarchical namespace, then you can enable this SFTP, right? So this depends on your organization. Similarly, therefore the blob storage, allow cross-tenant application if you want, okay? Now there is some access tier, right? So I'll let you know in the upcoming videos that what exactly this hot, cool, cold. This is basically the hot one is available at this moment. Cool is something available from the last 30 days. Cold is something for the 90 days, right? These are the things which is in the access tier. Okay, great. I think we are good to create as next. Network access, enable public access for all networks, okay? And you can choose whatever you want to give here. So I just want to disable public access and use for private access only. I'm just going to do it. Now what does it mean? It means that this private access, it means I can only access within the organization. If I will do enable public access from all networks, anybody can access it if they have access for it. And they can also do the blob hunting, basically all these things they can do. I don't want my storage account to be published as a public access. So next, in the next, protect your data from accidentally. These are the things which you can do. Day to retain delete blobs, these things you can increase. I'm going with the default one, okay? Encryption type is here, so I'm going with just blobs and files only, and this is the Microsoft managed keys. If you have something customer managed keys, you can go with that. I'm going with the MMK, okay? If you want to enable infrastructure encryption, you can encrypt it, right? By default, Azure encrypt storage account data at rest, okay? If you want, you can just keep it. I'm not keeping it. So next, the tags is here. If you want to give the tag, it's very important, guys. I'm not giving here, but for an organization where you are working, definitely you are going to handle a lot of things, then you should give the tags here. Okay, now next and create, and let's create it. Let me go back in the storage accounts. It is the deployment is in progress. It will take some time. Okay, deployment is completed. Let me go in the storage account now. Refresh it. Okay, now I have this storage account Cybranium, right? This is what my storage account looks like. All these things regarding the security, you can check whatever the things you want as per your organization standard. You can go with these things, right? So that's it in the video. In the upcoming video, we will get to know about the containers, right? You can create the containers. Well, I'll let you know that how you can create all these things, and under that how you can create the blobs. Okay.